killing me softly. It's breaking my heart now.
With his words, killing me softly.
I'm not joining in.
Hey.
Girl, you need to join. Come on. Come on. Down.
I know.
I wish I remember the rest of the words. So. I love the original. I didn't know the Fugees covered that original song.
Really?
And,
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was just like the Fugees made that song already.
Oh yeah.
But then someone told me last night at the party was that like there's cover like no, it was originally made in the 80s or 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. So,
It's crazy how you can flip a song like that.
I know, right?
Like
yeah.
it's a really
Wyclef Jean, he did a
crazy.
good job there. So
Mhm.
oh yeah, he came through Power 98 before. He came to like do
Really?
Beasley and all that. Yeah.
I saw Common there yesterday.
I know.
I was like,
yeah. Common came
Yo.
through. Common came through. He did some freestyle and B101. I'm like, oh hell yeah! I'm so glad I was like up right there filming everything.
wow.
So, yeah.
I was like,
He's a nice
dang,
gentleman.
I
He's
I
very
couldn't have
wonderful.
stayed for that.
Yeah.
I know, it would have been so cool if you were there. He's like, he was a little late. He was like an hour late, but we made sure to stay there and make sure he had a wonderful time with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So I've been recording this whole time.
Yeah, Leslie
So-
just realized that.
Yeah, I
It's
did.
mind-blowing.
I
I
didn't know
love
we
this
were live.
energy that
I
we're
know.
getting.
We got all the positive energy. That's all we need right now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Positive energy.
Exactly.
Soak it in. What's up?
Exactly.
What's up?
I'm glad to be back with you, Darniesha, for the show.
It's been months.
It's been quite a while.
Oh,
We've
sorry
been
for
very
the
busy.
wait.
Oh really?
We've been
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah,
But we are
between-
back
We are back.
by popular demand.
Yes.
And we're here with Leslie
Hello.
and Mark.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
And we are going to be talking about a subject that is near and dear to all of our hearts. Darniesha, what is that subject?
Toxic femininity and masculinity.
Yes. It's something that all of us deal with. It's something that we sort of all grew up with and seen. Like it's something that's kind of embedded into our culture. So I think this is a very important topic for us to talk about today.
It's been a whole movement here lately.
Yes.
It's 2019. We're about to come up. We're about,
Right.
about to show the new world.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
2019 is the year of movement.
Exactly. Breaking norms.
There it
Yes.
is.
Exactly. So,
Yes.
Yes.
And later on in this episode, we'll be answering the question, how can we end... Was that our question?
That's why I was looking at you like, wait, we had a question?
Wasn't that our
Because we
question?
didn't even create a question. What would the question be? You
How
said,
How can we end the cycle of toxic masculinity and femininity for the next generation? It's deep.
That is
Mhm,
deep.
it is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally breaking norms like that. Too.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we'll go with
So
that.
let's say that.
that.
Rewind.
Break it down.
And later on in this episode, we'll be answering the question, how can we end the cycle of toxic masculinity and femininity for the next generation?
All that and more on this episode of Sweet Tea.
Sweet tea.
Mm-hmm.
It's some good old sweet tea. Fresh brewed.
Yes.
Like
yes,
Fresh
yes,
brewed
yes.
sweet tea.
Sweet, yo.
That's what we like here. Is it
So-
Bojangles? Wait, is it Bojangles sweet tea? Is it?
It's
What
Bojangles.
kind of sweet tea we're doing here?
I don't like
Yeah. You don't like
sweet
Bojangles?
She don't like sweet tea.
You don't like sweet tea, but
No.
it's sweet tea.
Yeah.
Right.
This podcast called sweet tea.
Look, that's what I said. I'm
Get
just
your
like,
life
how
together.
you-
What's going
I don't
on?
like tea.
right. How are you from the South and you don't like sweet
Let her
tea?
know, Anders. What is this? What is
I don't like the whole. I've always told people I'm a northern person. I was supposed to be born in the north.
Oh, she like that iced tea.
Okay.
She like that Lipton iced tea.
No, she likes unsweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't drink tea. I don't drink coffee.
Ew.
None of that.
I don't
Ew.
get coffee either. This is nasty.
Oh, look at me right now. It's
Ice
I needed
cold
this.
is better than the original.
I'm hungover right now. So
I got you.
I had a wonderful time last night, so I needed a little bit of sugar. Just a little bit.
So, if you guys want to go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourselves, so we can go ahead and get
Introduce
into our
yourselves,
topic. We'll start with Leslie.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Thank you. What's poppin', you guys? Okay.
Hey, Leslie.
What's up? What's
Hey.
up? Leslie, aka Lele. You already know. Now I'm playing. I'm 21 years old. From Charlotte, North Carolina. I like to have fun. You know, I'm a
Have a
goofy
wonderful time.
person.
Yeah.
Make you laugh. Ain't that right, D? Remix. No, I'm playing. But just currently working, just getting my money, and once again, just living life. That's me.
That's cool. That's
That's
cool.
what's up, girl.
That's
gang,
what's up.
gang up in here. Okay.
She
Yes.
was my best friend. Until she
Was?
ghosted me.
Wow.
What?
So this is
Uh-uh.
more tea. So let me go ahead and
Whoa.
explain
Lots of
this.
sweet tea.
We took We took some time apart.
No,
okay.
we did not take no time
What
apart.
is going on?
Wow.
Dropped me like a bad habit.
Oh, so you wanted to put me on
wait a minute.
live.
Wait a minute.
Here we go.
And
We got on
then
the spot right now.
popped up and said, "Tell me you
Popped
miss
up.
me, D. Tell me you love me."
Is this a
D.
love and hip hop
This
series?
is
Because
an
I'm just really
emotional,
confused.
abusive relationship.
Never put my hands on you, so
What
Emotional.
is going on?
never even called you any names. If anything, was back and forth. we'll get back to that. Go ahead, my man. Introduce yourself.
Okay, hold on. That was a lot to take in. I'm trying to like.
Yeah.
We're having relationship therapy right
Yeah.
Gemini season, she's
Yeah.
acting up. Go ahead.
What is going on?
I'm a Virgo. I was like, oh,
June
June 3rd.
I'm a Virgo too.
Oh, this is so good.
I need
Okay.
to be your friend. Yeah, this is done.
I see we're getting along real well.
And you
so-
already know. Go
Oh,
ahead,
oh,
let them
yeah.
know what's up.
What's up? What's up? All right,
No.
well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So yes.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Mark Borja. Yes.
Mark.
AKA Captain Borja.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Filmmaker, photographer.
Okay.
Based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Been doing this for like around 10 years. And all, like I've been.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
It's been a long time since like from my sophomore year of high school. My dad gave me a camera. I'm like, oh, I love this. And,
Oh,
like,
that's so cool.
Yeah. My dad didn't want me to be like a doctor or anything like that. So it's 'cause
Okay.
he's like there's like a family of doctors. So like.
So
he
your
wanted me-
your parents were very open to
Yes.
your sort of your
My
being
coming
able
up,
to express
yeah.
yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I went through the whole scene phase, like long hair, like punk rock stuff and everything.
Yeah.
yeah. So they didn't like that part, but like I'm well now. So it was just a phase.
In their
just a
eyes.
phase. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they influenced it. They said like, Mark, if you think you can make a career out of it, just go on full on ahead. And I'm like, oh wait, and I will.
That's what's
So,
up.
yeah.
See, that's the
Yeah.
energy that we need with
Yes.
parents
Yeah.
because,
Mhm.
you know, a lot of
helps,
people's parents
yeah.
aren't like that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people's parents sort of shut down their creative side, especially with guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of, it's weird, you know.
Were your parents like traditionally more like, hey, you got to do it this way? Or, like, were they like, oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very much so.
You should meet his father.
Very much
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Very-
dad is like the super traditional black
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
very, very traditional, very traditional. I went through a lot of phases of what I wanted to do
Yeah.
in my life. So at one point I wanted to be an architect. To be honest, I still feel like I could be an
I
architect.
feel like you do too. I mean,
But
keep it.
Whatever
Oh,
you
for real?
put your mind to.
Hey, you believe and it comes true.
I know I
Put your mind to
can.
it, yeah.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
be
it all starts
what
with the
I wanna
Legos. That's how I
be,
started.
what
I thought I could be
Yep.
an architect
If
too.
I
'cause
work
of the
hard,
Legos,
if
so.
I
I would
hard,
draw
I can
like
be where I wanna
outlines
Where I want to
Yeah.
be.
of like buildings and stuff like that that I like.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I used to like
Yeah.
draw floor plans and stuff like
Oh,
that.
nice.
Yeah.
So what made you stop? Did you just?
Well, my dad, okay, he came to me one day. He asked me, he's like, Anders, do you know any architects? I was like, no. He was like, so why do you want to be an architect? I was like, because it's what I want to do. That's
Like drawing.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I like it. He was like, well, you can't make a career out of that. You need to choose something STEM.
Oh, I need to
Well,
meet
you
you.
don't know
I
that.
was
I
like-
feel like if you try,
Yeah.
if you like push yourself out there in some sort of way, you could do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Did he
and
really say this to you?
Yes.
Let me meet him.
That's some shit.
Set it up. Let's talk.
He's
Tell him
a
that's what's coming
real
through.
big
Yeah.
guy.
That's cool.
Real intimidating.
Yeah.
I got a big heart, so you know you fight
Big
with the
heart,
heart.
yeah,
Yes.
that's all you need. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
he's sweet as
Look,
can be, but
My dad is a Q.
yeah.
That should be enough. to
Cancel
say.
that. I never will. Sir, if you're listening, I'm just playing.
We have a problem.
Yeah. No,
Abort.
it's all in respect and love and care. So
There
it's,
it
Right.
it's all in good intention. It's all in good intention, and then that's all that matters. Yeah.
Right.
You're trying to come through and be like, yeah, what's up? This is how it is. You know. So, but you gotta, there's always pushback. There's always a give and take. So.
No, my mom's
Yeah.
side, she let me.
Yeah.
I used to want to be a police officer.
Oh yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
Anders, I'm gonna look at you.
Freeze! That's gonna be Leslie.
I can see you as
I'm sorry. I was
No,
like,
that's fine.
I can see you as
I ain't
like a
chasing
Paul.
hands up.
Seriously, if you one little step and it's a pop in the knee, I'm not gonna. Listen, here's my thing. I'm not chasing after you. You know what you did. Let's just go ahead and get everything settled, and we good to go.
I can
I'm
see
sorry.
you.
Oh,
I can see you
Lord.
as a Paul
Mars
Blart.
Belt.
Not a Paul Blart.
She's
No.
back at it again.
I can see what I can. I know. I see you being.
Yeah.
On your scooter.
What are they? What?
Hey,
Andrews is
kids.
talking.
What do they call the? What do they call the people? The security guards in the jail?
In the jail.
Yes.
Jail?
Parole. I
No.
know.
No, it's not parole
Correctional
officers,
officers.
I could see her being a correctional officer.
I can see that too.
Get back in line.
She got the
I
baton.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Back in line.
Paul Blart. No, we're not just gonna skip past it. Like you, a
That's
mall
not Paul-
cop. A mall cop. Really?
Yeah, that ain't
No.
Paul Blart status. That ain't
You
Paul
know
Blart
what?
status.
Right.
That's something else right
Yo.
there.
Hard as fuck.
That
Yeah,
thing crazy. But no, I went through the photography stage too, and I think that's really
okay.
what you're going through.
Yeah.
Basketball player too, but never practiced, so that dream was
Hey, it's
Look,
never too late to start.
Put your mind to it.
No,
mind
I'm sure
to
you can fuck some shit up.
I'm 21. I ain't getting any younger.
It's
so
over.
It's over. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to.
It's not. Well,
Yeah, but if you think, but you're only 21. You got lots of lots of growth right there.
Yeah.
If you didn't get signed in high school or after college, it's a wrap.
not necessarily,
Yeah,
because
not
you
necessarily,
still.
You can still play. You can
You're
play in other
still.
leagues.
Well, are you in school?
No,
now?
I'm not. No.
Okay.
I'm currently working.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. That's all
Okay.
we're gonna
But
put
well,
down.
I'm saying if you
No.
decided to go back to school,
Nah, that's
you could
true.
always pursue that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So hold on. Enough about all of us.
Oh,
Darniesha,
Wait.
what did you? What's your stages in life? What
So
did you
what-
want to
what
be?
is she going through?
We had a whole bunch of episodes where I've talked about my stages. But
Well,
this
okay, so we
episode-
could go back through it again. So you want?
On this episode
Come on.
today.
Lord have mercy. So
What?
much right now.
So okay, so tell us a little about your feminine journey then.
Ew, that sounds a little weird.
You know what I mean. Tell us. Okay, Go ahead.
My journey.
Yes.
Well, see, I got my period around
Oh my goodness.
I am screaming.
12 maybe.
Darniesha.
Is that my feminine journey?
No.
You didn't mean those food. Tell me,
Your come up.
on.
How is your come up? How,
Yeah.
you born and raised where? Like how are you?
born
She was a
and
big
raised.
nerd.
Big
Didn't
nerd,
really
yeah.
go
Yeah.
out that much. I'll go ahead and explain it.
Oh, you know? Okay. Oh, she's speaking for you.
Look.
Now. She's speaking for you. Now.
You got phase 1. I got phase 2.
Exactly. Yo,
They
goes
hung out
to
in high
college,
school, we hung
yes.
out in college.
Went to college, lost some weight, and guess what? Here she is, just thinking she's the hot ass shit. So go ahead, Darniesha. I just explained your phases. What else you got?
Ooh.
Is this a bad time, guys?
Nah,
Should I be?
Yeah, we can leave.
it's all good in love. It's all good in love.
It's all love. All's good in love and war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and more. Yes.
Love and war.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love after war.
So tell us about the experiences that you had sort of dealing with toxic femininity in your life. Have you had any?
Of course, but first I would like to define what that is. Because many people
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
And they just think
True.
it's just talking bad about guys, talking bad about
Yeah.
women. It's
That's
not
true.
the
That's true.
thing. So toxic masculinity is basically those stereotypes that we all know.
Like
And-
Yeah.
the bronies, the bros.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
And just basically taking those stereotypes and saying that if you are those stereotypes,
It's the standard.
it's defined as you being a man, as
Yeah.
you being a woman.
Uh-huh.
So it's stereotype for men to be aggressive.
Right.
So if you're not aggressive, then you're not a man.
Right. Pretty much.
Supposedly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Allegedly.
So
That's
And-
what it
Yeah.
is.
In my terms, I think for masculinity and just defining what I think masculinity should be, it should be like a man is supposed to take responsibility for his own actions and
Right.
for everyone that he cares and loves around him.
Let them
Right.
know.
Yeah, like,
Preach.
you
That's
gotta,
the foundation of
You
it.
take responsibility for you, and you have to give that respect back to the people
Yes.
around you. That's all it's about. Respect and responsibility.
Yeah.
That
It doesn't need
should
to be
Absolutely.
any more. Yeah, it
Can
shouldn't
we
be any
change
more than
that?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that responsibility part.
Yes.
Respect and responsibility. Like,
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people
Ownership,
don't take
that's what
ownership
it
to
is,
the
taking
ship.
ownership.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because
exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
a tradition where we have other people define things for us.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be.
I
We
don't-
define our own selves.
I
yeah.
don't need Leslie
Yeah.
telling me who I am. I don't need Trump trying to tell me what I should do.
No.
I don't need Louisiana trying to tell me what I should do with my uterus.
This is true. Okay.
Very true.
Speaking
Yeah.
facts.
It's your own
That's
body.
what
Do
Speak
what you want, girl.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like it's toxic because you have these people trying to tell you or force you to be something that they perceive you to be
Yes.
or expect you to be,
Mhm.
and then you're like, you have this conflict. Like, well, what if this is not who I am?
Right.
But I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
That's true. So
Like-
then you're like fighting, and then you get bullied. You get told
Yeah.
that you ain't shit, that you're worthless because you're not fitting into the
Society's norms.
right.
Mhm.
I like that.
Right.
So like me personally, I'm not what you would say call feminine.
You're not.
I'm
Do tell more. How do you explain
I'm
it?
like
Okay.
I'm feminine, but I'm
Let it marinate.
appearance wise, I can come off
You're pretty.
yeah
Yes.
She pretty.
feminine, but mentally I'm very masculine. Like I have like at my old job, my manager said, "Darniesha, you a nigga."
Oh my God.
You a nigga, Darniesha.
Wow.
What? First of all,
he was like, you a nigga. I was like, first of all, because he was just like, how you just gonna walk into the spot like you own this place, like you the manager? I'm like, I mean, I'm not.
I mean, you have a very alpha presence.
That's why I said I tell dudes ahead of time, like, look, you might be an alpha male, but I'm an alpha female too. So if you don't know how to work with that, leave me alone, because I don't submit to no damn body.
I'm dead.
Would you say you get along with women or men better?
Men.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because, I mean, a lot of women are just very, like, I can't take weak people. So if you get to, oh, I'm so fat. Oh, my hair looks so disgusting. I don't want to go anywhere because I look hideous. Yeah, no, I'm just going to be like, girl.
Just go through some stuff.
Yeah. Right. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, if a dude don't want you because you looking hideous, and he's not for you.
Exactly, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's only surface level.
Right.
You don't want someone shallow. Like,
right.
Yeah, you want someone deep and all that. So.
I was like, imagine me going out, like, thinking what somebody else is going to, dressing for someone else.
Right.
Yeah, you dress for you.
Right. I'm like,
yeah.
I can care less.
That's all you need, and that's what it should be and all that. So,
right.
Like, even like with like defining what masculinity and even femininity too, I think it's just taking ownership of who you are.
Right.
So that's what it should be, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
being confident in yourself.
Exactly, it's a tradition for us to be concerned about other people's opinions.
Right.
It's traditional for us to let that really affect us and make us think that we're not equal or of value. Because it's a lot of girls, young girls, who cut themselves and all types of anorexia and all that type of stuff.
On IG all the time,
right.
All those things. Yeah, that idea of like,
you have sort of models. It's like you mentioned,
models.
social media, like IG models and like fitness gurus and stuff like that.
All that stuff too. Yeah.
People, they mean well by their message, but the way that social media is set up is perceived sort of in a negative way. Like, oh, in order to be pretty, I need to look like that. In order to get girls, I need to look like that.
All right. So like, I went to the nail salon. This 12-year-old and 13-year-old girl was like, oh, I need to get my nails done. They look a fool. I was like, girl, at 12, 13,
you should be...
I was just now putting polish on my nails.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't concerned. She was like, ooh, I need to get these eyebrows done so they can be on fleek. And I was like, what?
First of all, this generation is maturing really fast.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Right.
Because
when I was like 12, I wasn't looking like
right.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't have Instagram back then.
I was hideous.
I was just chilling. What's up?
Right.
What's good?
My younger siblings are like, they look like, my little sister literally looks like she's like 17, 18. Yeah. She's 15.
She's 15.
Yes. I'm just like, when I was...
It's the stuff they put in the food. That's what it does.
Cece looks her age. She doesn't try to be... She just got that shape. She got a grown woman shape. That's what...
She's tall.
Yeah.
She's...
curvy.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, well, most
and
girls
I'm just like, girl,
don't
I'm like,
hit puberty at her age. She has hit it.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
So she, like, you would think she's a little bit older.
Right. Absolutely.
It's the stuff that are put in the food, the hormones.
Right.
No, that's true. It's
too much. Yeah.
So when we're talking about the difference in males and females with being toxic, when you think of the males, you think more of the alpha male, like the guy who is, buff, sort of aggressive.
Yeah. That really like testosterone filled, like.
We should just say
gym lunks.
What we think or what we've been told what a man is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've been told that they're alphas, that they're dominant, that they own the room. What else?
They know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know everything. They are dominant. Their needs should come first.
Yeah.
But it's like, what about the thing where it says when there's a boat like sinking, ladies and the kids and ladies they get in the boat first. The guys
True.
Yeah, it should be like that where it's like,
it's the thing about them being weak.
Yeah.
Women and children being weaker. I mean, of course, children are weaker, but
it's okay to be weak, and even in the guy's perspective, like you have moments of weakness where you're in vulnerability. I think that's important to be able to show that. Like, if a guy shouldn't be worried about, if I'm crying, it makes me look weak, and like.
And I was just about to say that too. Like, they think if I show my emotions, he's too too sensitive.
Right.
Oh, he's not hard enough. But
Right.
I don't find no problem with that. Like, cry if you need to cry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I'm an emotional
Right.
man. I'm an
Me
emotional
too.
man.
Like,
when I want to talk my feelings, I must feel my feelings.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
it just gets to that point. They just think, if I do this, they gonna think something else. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, and I'm being serious, and we all heard this. Like, he's gay.
Like, oh, I don't
Like
want
if he, if he shows his
Mm-hmm.
emotions, is he not the whole? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's gay or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's not the case at all. Like, we're human beings at the end of the day.
Right.
We all have emotions. We all have feelings, and that's just that. So
Yeah.
bump all this steroids thing, okay? Let it go. Let it
Right.
go. All right.
In high school, like I was wearing like the skinny jeans and like the long hair. Like I even like before like with the scene kid look like guys would straighten their hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too, and like people thought I was gay and all that stuff too. It's like, oh, that's weird, but like I still like girls and all that. And girls thought I was pretty and all that stuff too. Of course.
Yeah.
I looked good, yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I rocked it.
It worked in your
Confident.
face.
Okay. Confident.
Oh, yeah.
My man, give me
Tell him.
You know, I was getting busy in high school. But,
Yeah, nah, that's my
well, like, and you
We
guys would be
see
like, oh, he's
you.
gay, he's got the skinny jeans. And I'm like, oh, fuck you guys, you don't know what I'm not. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and like even some of my friends, they like even in high school, they came out to me like, oh, hey, I'm bisexual, I'm gay. I'm like, oh, I don't care. Like, I respect you for you and all
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
stuff. And like, and I would stand up for them whenever the other guys and all that stuff would like make fun of them and stuff like that. Hey, because they would go, the boys would go make out in the bathroom. People would think that's weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is kind of weird to do that in the bathroom, like in school. But
In
like,
school,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
but
against the rules,
still,
but to each his own.
yeah. I mean, do what you want, but just you probably shouldn't do it in school.
Right.
Yeah.
After school.
What about you, Anders? What's your what have you been told that's like to be masculine? Like what have you been told?
Well, you know.
It's an inside joke going
I
on.
know. He just stared at. I was just staring at him, and he's just staring back at me all weirdly.
You know,
It's okay. Let it marinate. Take your time.
Feel it.
Three deep cleansing breaths.
yes.
Feel, deal, heal.
Oh, somebody's been on karaoke lately.
Well,
There you go. There you go. Killing me softly with his
We're gonna cut all this
words
out.
of
Okay.
breaking my
But-
heart. Yeah.
as a gay man,
Oh, that's why you were pausing.
I think. Okay. Yes. Okay.
I love the confidence. Like,
as a gay man,
go ahead, please.
it's something that is it's something that's kind of plagued me for a long time, being trying to be masculine,
Yeah.
because not only can you sometimes lack confidence.
Yeah, exactly. It's a hard thing.
It's about sort of your whole person, like your whole humanity,
Yeah. It's about,
sort of that you need to.
Yeah, and it's about being vulnerable too.
Right.
So, yeah, and that's the hardest part. So.
Yes.
I love you, Anders. Keep going.
I love you
please.
too, Leslie.
Oh my gosh, this just made me like 10 times happier. Oh, go ahead, Anders, please. Let them know. Let them know. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that's crazy. So like, so how about this? We talked about the masculine part, the feminine part. So, as a gay woman, okay, there's this stereotypical thing like, oh my God, if you wear all these tight clothes, you know what I'm saying, got a fine body, you know you're in shape. I hated that. All my life I hated it. I even tried it, right? I don't think we should be portrayed as, if you look this way, you're the bomb. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Look at me. Confidence on, you know what I'm saying, on 1,000. Like, and what's crazy is people think, like people have different stories about being gay. So some go through being, bullied, this and that. When I came out gay, it wasn't a problem outside.
Yeah.
So external, it was good. But internal,
Yeah.
it was a whole nother different story.
As in, like, in the house.
Yes.
Like, okay.
She thought it was a phase. It wasn't.
Clearly.
Yes.
And I
wonder
You- Look, Les has been the same for the whole time I've known her. For the
Right.
last 6-7
Thank
years
you.
that I've known her.
And what it is, like I said, external, like you see the real me, but internal, I had to, hide some things. I had to keep it this and that. Yeah, I was an angry child because I really couldn't come out to her. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, when she finally accepted me, things got a whole lot better. And that's all I want.
good.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you start accepting the people for who they are, you get to see their true nature.
Yeah.
The true, like I'm a good person. I may have my dick moments. And words of Darniesha. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like any woman should be portrayed as a certain type. Like we've seen it all in models, this and that. Yeah, they fine, but I know you got some problems, shawty. Like I know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everyone's got their own like problems, and like some people are like more like weird about it, and others. Some people
exactly.
think
But when you have the confidence, when you don't care about what nobody else think, like that's being feminine to me. Now, as Darniesha said too, feminine, like on the outside, like you can tell I'm a feminine, but I do have a man mentality too. Not as far as like, how can I explain it? Like,
you a nigga too. My nigga.
My nigga. No, I don't want it to sound bad. It's just like there's I have both, you know what I'm saying? So but when you trying to be a feminine, I got my nails and my hair. I don't care about that.
But I'm sure you have to dress up and like whenever you're going out like a nice day or something that you
already know. I put on a little bit of jeans, a little nice shirt,
a little bit of jeans.
Get your swag together.
Thank you.
Yes.
At the end of the day, like for me as a feminine, I love t-shirts and shorts. Like that's just me. Some girls like dresses. I don't. Skirts never been my fave. But to me, just, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like we've been. As a woman growing up, like we've been portrayed as you gotta wear this to get it, like attract men and this and that. I just want a newsflash: don't like men, so that's that. I'm sorry, I got you, but I'm playing. So, but get back on the subject. Like it was hard growing up in a household where like my mom is very feminine. You know what I'm saying? Me,
feminine, but a fucking alpha female.
She's a boss.
That's because the independent, like her pride in her like independency. That's what it is too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it should be about, just being independent. Like,
but thank you. I don't want to wear skirts. Don't do that.
If that's not your thing, you don't need to worry about that.
Because like her mom is just as intimidating as his dad.
Really?
Yes. Ramona don't.
She's a linebacker. Don't play.
Oh my lord.
Yes.
She looked like she was smacked the fuck out of you so quick.
It's happened. It's happened plenty of times.
Oh Lord.
But it's true. But you see what I'm saying? So you can still be feminine, but you can also have that the confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to look a certain way to be a woman. That's basically that. So that's all like I said.
Yeah. It's all about what you personally identify as.
Exactly.
And what's so toxic about it is that, for example, for toxic femininity, age only applies to women. Men, when it's men, if the man is turning 50 years old, no one cares. Like, oh, Charles is turning 50.
That's real. That's so true.
You getting old. And
when women get old, it's like she's getting old.
Right.
I see the bags under your eyes.
She's 40 years old and she doesn't have a husband and doesn't have kids. What a waste. What have you been doing your whole life?
Exactly.
I love older women. They're veterans. They know what's up.
Right.
Let them know, Mark. You better be on this side. Let them know.
Them cougars.
No, it's like the fact of like being independent, knowing what you want, and like I think what toxic femininity is, it's people like or who just think that that they have to do whatever they can to like make sure other people are pleased with them or something like that, some sort of way. Where it's like it's that lack of confidence, that comes with the toxic femininity too, where it's like you feel like you have to like stick to this certain standard of things and all that. Yeah. But I mean, to an extent, it's with. If it's with good intention, then I think if you like want to make sure you're all prettied up and like for you.
I was about to say you reading my head. I was about to say there's nothing wrong with getting your hair done.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's important.
But when you're bashing someone else for not doing something that you do,
it becomes toxic.
It's like saying you can't sit with us. You're not wearing pink on Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's like Mean Girls is the epitome of toxic femininity.
Absolutely.
This is true.
Like you saw Lindsay Lohan, she's dressed up like that witch and all that stuff, and she's not trying to be like sexy and all that stuff. But you see like all these other girls like, oh, we're trying to like look all hot and like all and I'll put it up just for these boys and all that stuff. But you don't have to do that. You're just for you.
Everybody wants to be a Playboy bunny for Halloween.
Apparently.
I'm like, can we give this a rest?
Right.
You've been a bunny for 6 years straight.
Everybody want to
give me something new.
Sexy,
the man is dead now.
The
man is dead now.
But even with that, like as far as when it comes to being dressing up, like girls like to look all sexy, but men they can do whatever they want. Football player, they can dress up a ghost, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they get to dress whatever they want to dress. But women, let me wear this. Get somebody's girl. It's Halloween.
Right.
Everything. 99% of the things that women do is to attract the man.
This is true. This is true.
Well,
guys
that's the stereotype thing.
I mean, of course it's the stereotype.
Because every time, I just started doing my hair more often now, and I started putting effort into what I wear. My mom's like, "Who is he? I want to know who he is. They got you just caring more about what I look like now." I'm like, it's me.
It's for me.
Hey, peekaboo.
It's called self-care for
Right.
you.
Right.
I'm just like, you know what? I've been bumming here a lot my whole life, actually. I was like, let me show people I can actually care.
Up, yeah.
Like,
I can actually
you can
care.
pop out.
Right.
Yeah. That's true.
Right.
And it's fun.
No,
It is.
Yeah, exactly.
You should enjoy looking good.
Mm-hmm.
You should enjoy
for you.
I mean,
Just switching up your look. That's what I just find fun. Because I've always, when I was younger, I always had the long hair.
Yep.
I just wore basic clothing. Nothing too crazy out there. Just I was a regular old girl. Then
She was.
To
This
college.
is a true story.
Girl.
True story. Yes.
I got to college and I was just like, I am 20-some years old and still doing the same shit I was doing at 16. I
You
don't want
change it
to.
up, yeah.
Right. I was like, I don't want to look like me anymore.
Yeah.
So I cut off all my hair.
Yeah. So then, because the new year is to find something else, though. It's
Right.
Like,
So then, and like my dad, he would say, don't you cut your hair. Don't no man want to be with no woman without no hair. It's like fucking a nigga. I'm like.
okay, but you're not dressing up
And then
for.
when I cut off my hair, like
a
I had
man.
a whole fade.
Oh yeah.
And the niggas was still on me. I was like, well, what the fuck?
That's when it
you
actually. That's
told
when
me.
that. That's when you ignited.
That's
To
why I
be
feel
honest.
like-
Yeah. That's what
That was
I'm
like-
coming through. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was like her bad girl face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bad girl face.
College.
Yes.
This is true.
Well, it's okay with being your badass self, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. In a sense, I'm trying to like just always stay my badass self, you know. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, in my own terms, like, I love what I do, and just if I'm gonna be the best version of myself, I will be the badass version of myself. But with good intention, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
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 Because like as a photographer and filmmaker, like I do a lot of stuff with pretty people all the time. So like,
Oh, thank you, Mark. You shouldn't have said that.
well, yeah, I'm doing all these beautiful people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
We're here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So, but yeah, like so, a lot of times there's like that standard where people, oh, can you take when you're taking pictures, like, oh, can you do this to make my butt look bigger? I'm like,
What?
I'm actually not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So,
No.
I like
that
it.
remind me of.
yeah. The only thing I'll really make changes, like maybe blemishes, like say if you have a zit or something, I'll remove that. But like even like I think there's like a beauty in like just really like photographing the natural yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It is.
Because that is alone is your best version. You're not some like pretty Photoshop thing.
Right.
And every time
Yeah.
I see that stuff, like someone's profile picture or LinkedIn is like this prettied up picture, I'm like, are you a video game or some shit?
Right.
you ain't no.
You look
ain't no-
3D.
Yeah, you ain't no.
This
Sims
is a
character.
damn good CGI.
Yeah, you ain't no Sims character, motherfucker.
No.
You just you. Be you, damn it. Be you. Yeah.
I did YouTube a few years ago,
Oh yeah.
and I had a friend of mine
Yeah.
who came on my YouTube show,
Yeah.
and they were like, can you like make the video? Can you make me look skinnier in the video? I'm like, I don't think the technology exists to do that.
No, it's
That's
hard
not-
as fuck to do. So.
Right. I'm
not
sure.
doing that. Yeah, that's also why I don't do it. It's too much work. You know?
Right.
You work on yourself and be the best version of yourself. I'll
Right.
take a picture of that.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to be skinny? Hit
Right.
the
Come
gym.
back.
What's
To me, come back to me when you
Come
look
back
like
a
what
couple
you want
months
to look
later.
like.
If you don't want to take me, if you don't want me to take a picture of you now, then what are you doing?
Right.
She's gonna be bad.
But then also like as a filmmaker and creator, like I feel like it's also important to show all sides of things because there's when you only photograph certain things, they say like a photographer only does like boudoir stuff or something or lingerie stuff. If you only do just that, then it shows that that's all you care about and all that stuff. Like
That's true.
I as a photographer, creator, and filmmaker, like I want to try to just be as open as possible to show like all different types of scenarios I can make something really cool. No matter
Okay.
what it is.
Diversity.
I do like doing like the sexy stuff, but I love doing also all types of things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's important to be well rounded.
yeah, exactly. So a way it shows that's not just who I am and all that stuff. Because I do like a lot of that like photography where it's like it looks hot and all that stuff. But,
Yeah.
But at the same time, as I always show that I'm always doing other things. So, Yeah, that's a cool thing to do. But of course, like I want to just be as open as possible. To,
Absolutely.
Like, just do all the things.
Open.
Everything's so much fun. This
Yes.
is always so much fun.
Inclusion.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm having so much fun, guys. Like, I love this.
I'm having fun
Oh,
with
yeah.
y'all too.
Oh yeah. I just want to kind of get up and like just bounce around. Yeah, I'm surfing right. We're surfing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It's
that
already
iced
bad.
coffee's getting to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar rush.
What's that, a
Sugar
40
rush.
ounce?
A 40.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a 40 ounce probably. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah. So.
So we
So
said
much.
the typical man. who is the typical woman described as?
I want to listen to them. You've heard our stories. Right. I want to.
Okay, what is a typical woman?
Yes, Anders, please.
A typical woman.
Be easy now. We are on air. Be easy.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
We are on air.
I told me like the basic white girl. I want my frappuccino right now. I mean, like, I love my
Starbucks is life. No, so no. But
Chipotle is my life.
Yeah. Something in that manner. Yeah.
But even so, like, even like when I was, even now too, like some of my friends will say like, "Oh, Mark, you're so white girl. You're drinking the Starbucks and all that stuff, and just like acting all feminine and stuff." And like, cause like I have a lot of friends who are girls, and like I just, I love like girls, like the whole idea of like a strong, independent woman who knows what they want and like
a boss.
You're really making us blush over here today. Thank you.
Girl, y'all are awesome. That's right. Y'all are fucking awesome, and that's why I love surrounding myself with awesome people all the time.
Thank you.
No matter what, like size, shape, or shade or color or anything like that. Like I'm always about being open as possible.
Preach.
I think all you gotta do is just get to know people, and people will love you back. So
yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Women are supposed to.
I'm sorry. Take your time.
Impress men according to standards.
True.
I feel like women are taught to be housewives. I feel like that's society's norm for women.
It is.
Is at the end of the road for them is to be sort of subjective to somebody else.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Not working, dependent.
Yeah.
As soon as you get them kids, all right.
Right.
Cut your career. Excuse me. What's going on?
Ain't no maternity leave. It's just bitch. Bye bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we've gotten to a point, we've sort of gotten to a point in society where people are trying to get out of that.
They are.
But I mean, if you see it on TV.
Yeah. There's still those like girls who are looking for a sugar daddy.
Yes,
like that.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
And I think that
I'm
is.
glad you brought that up.
Sugar daddies.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a whole website.
There's a website?
There's a website for that stuff.
What?
Yeah, girls will go like,
But those type of women are looked down upon though.
Uh-huh.
Like housewife, that's the stereotype.
Yeah.
But if
that's
you're
like the
doing
ultimate
that,
of that,
but not married to that person, then you're a whore and you're a gold digger. I was like, that's the same exact thing that the damn housewife is doing.
Right.
She just got a ring.
This is
to be honest.
Yeah, it's an extremity of that sort of idea.
Right.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because the girls like those kind of girls they want to just be taken care of and all that stuff. Like, I don't have to do work and all that stuff. But
a damsel in distress.
Yeah,
That's what I don't like right there. I hate that.
I'm just like, if you want equality, everybody needs to be for themselves. Everybody should be able to be independent.
Yes.
We're all humans.
Yeah.
Like you said, a damsel in distress.
Absolutely.
Y'all keep looping it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because like Disney Princess and Prince Charming affect
Let them
things.
know.
So like Disney Princess, that not only affects young girls, but boys too.
It does.
Boys expect to have their Cinderella.
Right.
Cinderella wasn't kicking ass and telling Prince Charming, nigga, you better come and get me now. You best be here at 12 o'clock.
This is true. This is true.
Absolutely.
And if I catch you with it talking to another bitch, I'm on your ass. Like, none of that was part of Disney Princess. And then with Prince Charming, like, girls were like, oh, Prince Charming wasn't shorter than me. He was taller than Cinderella.
So
So
that tall, dark, and handsome stereotype and all that stuff. But,
and then Prince Charming had a job. Prince Charming was the king.
We had money.
Now,
So
I'm not messing with the jokester. Or the stable boy. I want the big baller.
Somebody cut her mic off.
But there's beauty in like the stable boy. Who does to say this? Like the simple things and all. There's a beauty in like just simple things and stuff like that. Like,
But people get so disappointed.
Yes.
People get so disappointed though that they don't have the Prince Charming. I'm like, so what? He works at McDonald's. He loves the hell out of it.
Hold on. Let's back that truck up now. Listen.
Well, okay, so how does social class play a part in that?
Ooh, Anders got deep again.
I want to hear this. Go ahead, Leslie.
Volumes there.
You mean as far as what I just said about the whole McDonald's thing? So here's my thing. I'm not saying okay. As long as you're out here getting something, by all means do so. But I don't want you to get complacent to the point if you've been doing this for 15 years and you ain't making no headway.
And you still shaking fries.
You ain't even the shift leader.
Get a promotion.
You ain't even the manager.
Right, get a promotion or something. A raise.
You just part of a
raise, something.
God.
Ain't the shift leader.
You still in the same position. I saw you. So that's all I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong. Work at Subway. I don't care what you do.
Not Subway.
But we
like
gotta
that's better.
Yeah.
But
you get what I'm saying?
Do other things.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Don't get
yeah.
complacent and be like, all right, well, I'm stuck here. No, you choosing to be stuck here.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody can start from somewhere. Start from the bottom. We're here. In the words of Drake, please. But I don't want, I'm just saying, and just be honest with me, would you want a 40-year-old man that's working at McDonald's?
No.
All right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. You want a man that actually can take care of himself.
Yes.
And it's a plus that he can take care of you. But if you want a partner that can just complement
The
Right.
ambition. That's
Mark,
what I
Now,
want to say.
I'm talking to, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark,
Yes.
if
Good morning.
would
Good
you
evening.
date a girl working at McDonald's?
I mean, like, if I want to get to know the girl first, it's like, is she, like, what aside from just working, like, that's her job. Yeah, that's fine. But like, what
Be honest here, Mark. We're on air. Be
If a
honest.
girl at McDonald's, you're pulling in the drive-thru,
Yeah.
she hits you up. She says, "Hey, let me get your number."
I heard what you said on the podcast.
And she
so
was pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, she's pretty. I mean, like I said, but I want to get to know the person first and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, if I can, just, like, yeah, you work at McDonald's, but if you're like a genuinely amazing person, yeah. So what if, like,
That's fair.
if
That's
you're able, if you do other things aside from that,
Yeah.
I mean, of course,
That's
like, I would love
great-
for you to like get out of that
Yeah.
and do something cool. And like,
Disclaimer.
Darniesha, you and I were actually talking about this a while
McDonald's
ago.
can be cool though. So,
Right.
yeah.
Like how you sort of catch people in
Yeah.
phases of their life.
Yeah.
Like you
But
might.
I have a bad habit of like labeling them as that they're going to be that forever.
No. I mean, well, not
Like
that.
when a dude told me he worked at Walmart, I was like, "Ooh, you're poor."
I mean, okay, but you can't go in thinking that. Okay, I retract my statement.
Oh yeah.
I would date somebody that works at
Oh,
McDonald's.
Anders. So the truth
if
finally comes out.
if they, if I can see some progression
Yeah.
in where they're going,
And they have character.
yes.
So it's all
Maybe
about the
they
ambition.
maybe they
Yes.
lost their corporate job, and are down on their luck.
But what if he's shaking the fries, and then and he says his goal is to become the manager of that McDonald's.
I would rather have that than you still be stuck where you are now. Like I said, you ain't even the shift
Yeah.
leaders.
I mean,
manager was
he's-
though.
Yeah. If you have goals and dreams and like.
He's not in your tax bracket.
So here's what I guess what we're both.
Yeah.
It's about the ambition. I want to see consistency.
Yeah.
Like be persistent in your own career, right?
Yeah.
Like
I
said,
agree.
that whole complacent thing. Nah. Let's. What do you want more? Like there's something else in there that you
You
want.
can't be
Yes.
satisfied with just this.
You want to stand in there and just put mayo on this goddamn burger? That's your goal in life.
But, and
D.
But you have a lot of people who, okay, they do become the manager at McDonald's, and then they just be the manager for like 5 damn years. I'm like, do you not know you can do this,
And do
get
other
paid
things, yeah.
more at another place,
Isn't that
just
true?
because you have that on your resume that you manage other people?
Yeah, and then there's that weird type where like, they actually want to just stay there. Like people are like, oh, I'm gonna be the best fry cook in McDonald's, in this McDonald's. And, like,
Right.
I mean, if that's
a
your
different
dream,
type.
yeah, I know, right? That is a different type. But I mean, like, it's
Right.
People
I'm like,
will do
it's-
what they want to
Right,
be
I'm
happy.
like, do
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
boo boo? Like,
Yeah.
don't get it confused. Do you,
Yeah.
boo boo? But
Yeah.
you
But
ain't
it's
for
not
me,
for you.
right?
But I also like what
Right.
you said too. If
Yeah.
their personality is dope, then yeah,
Yeah.
we might.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that up.
Yeah.
We
We
could
might
be friends.
Because like
We not having no
We can
family
see-
or nothing.
I've dated all
A bunch
types.
of baby
Yeah.
fry cooks
Yeah.
running around.
I knew Anders was lying the whole time. That's how he really felt.
He wants a fry cook. He wants a fry cook family in there. We coming through to the cookout.
No, baby's flipping his first burger.
Damn,
no, but there's a beauty in that, you know, and like a little. There's a beauty in that. And it's just a side topic. I would love like that standard type of like masculinity and femininity kind of goes along with sometimes with media. Say like these food
Yeah.
bloggers and like bloggers who are trying to do all these nice pretty things and all that stuff. And like say like there's this one pretty food blogger who's like trying to do something at like some like nice like place in South End.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, I want to see you actually flip some burgers at the fucking
Right,
Frankie's
yeah.
or something. Like that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
weak.
like, get into the actual like grill and like
Flip
show,
them burgers.
Yeah, flip them burgers. Show me
That was
something different.
intense. What in the
Yeah.
world?
Show me someone that wants to learn how to like do like the traditional like you know.
But
go
that's
to, like
it?
Mr. Cage or something like that.
Mr.
Yeah.
Who?
But you know what?
Mr. Cage. Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
This generation now has sort of flipped it when it comes to women.
Define.
As in, like, now we ask girls, like, you don't do nothing? You don't got no job, like, nothing? So now we, like, what do you do? Like, you're...
I mean, that goes the same thing with like guys. It's like saying like, oh, you don't do anything at
Wait.
all. So, yeah.
Because at first, like, we were just like, oh, you do not do anything. That's good. You're dependent on someone. Now we're like, if they not... Like, we expect now for women to have their own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's uncommon now for a girl to be like,
If you check the statistics, there's more women graduate from college than men.
Right
now.
So a lot of girls becoming doctors now and nursing and all this stuff, and now we're just like.
I guess girls go to college to get more knowledge, and boys go to Jupiter
to get more stupid.
And more,
I hope not.
And more boys are becoming bums.
And they are, yeah.
They're not doing shit with their life.
Yeah,
well, goddamn.
Like 30-year-old dudes in California who are just like partying and like not giving a damn about anything else.
See, that's the problem right there. That's the problem.
It's the social media stuff that's like always like, oh, I want to be like best version of myself and like make myself look all pretty, but like
after that video, you're back to square
one. Like back in the day, most dudes had a job at goddamn 16 years old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now like working hard, doing long hours, labor hours.
True. They've gotten lazy.
Man, like now, they 23, still living at home with the mama.
Depending on my mom. Who cooked, mama? Mama, what we cooking? What you cooking tonight?
And then trying to be all like masculine. That's not right. There's no masculinity in.
And it's those same dudes that's calling other dudes, "Oh, you gay? You a bitch?
Exactly.
Right?
Excuse me? Yeah.
Right. You can't say shit if you ain't shit.
Right.
But it's not even just the dudes. Like I've met a female too.
Yeah.
Shawty's in her age. She's old enough and she should be doing more. This girl was like, I'm not saying it's wrong to be dependent on your mother, but it's to the point like that whole complacent thing. You gonna move forward or you just gonna stay in the same spot? She want to party. She want to act like she's 17. Put the pump, like you had your time.
Right.
It's the grown up time. You know what I'm saying? So
time to grow up.
Yeah. You gotta be a business owner. Yeah.
Yes.
You do your own things.
What were you about to say though, Anders? I didn't mean to interrupt.
I forgot now. It's okay.
My bad.
But it's always the women who's sleeping on an air mattress. Don't even got a bed. No.
Let them know.
Not an air mattress.
Well, hold on. Who got the air mattress?
Clothes
the tea is
everywhere.
Wait, that's just dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah, that's nasty.
But then have the audacity to tell me I need to lose some weight. So
Excuse me?
Like, bitch, I just bought a car.
Right.
Still taking the bus.
Right.
Taking the bus. Yeah.
Pick your clothes up.
Calling your mama to pick you up from work.
Right.
You asking your coworkers to take you home after work.
You just didn't you just didn't want your license. Right. You just got that lazy. You just can't drive. But that's the whole thing too, and that's another feminine thing. Like we've gotten to the point, like Darniesha said, if you're not having it on your own, bitch, what you doing? I'm trying to get there. Give me time. Some people make
some people make catch people in phases.
Thank you.
People start from the bottom. They might be in the middle, but they're still going up.
Thank you, Anders.
I've always thought the best part of being at the bottom is that you can go nowhere but up.
Yeah, of course.
And staying humble too. DJ Anders on the mic. You got something.
It's coming up from rock bottom. There you go.
Yes. Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Hey,
from the bottom. Now the whole team.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm just playing.
I thought we were gonna get in.
I was a little DJ on the look.
It's okay. We can surf you.
Yeah.
You going to the beach lately, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got my last tan on. Oh yeah. I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Summer vibes.
I love
Strong summer vibes.
Yep. I can tell by the shirt. My man is on it. Nah, but I like that though. That's
we can go on vacation. All of us. Let's go on vacation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We on vacation.
Check my schedule.
Let's go to the lake.
Yeah.
You like the lake?
Who paying? I'm dependent. Where's sugar
Here we go.
daddy?
Yeah.
You paying for gas?
Right.
I'm a woman.
Look,
Women don't pay for gas.
Who car we taking?
Her car, because she got a car.
I love it.
Okay. So I kind of wanted to switch gears a little bit.
Please.
Mark.
Good morning. Good evening.
You
Hello.
are owed a congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Because you just overcame cancer.
Yes, testicular cancer.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
My man, give me some. Are you? Is this? Don't play with me. You serious?
Yes.
Yeah. No,
please
serious.
talk.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
What is it?
Testicular cancer. It's ball cancer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nut cancer.
Did it hurt?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh wait. It happened in October 2017, and I had like a weird pain down there. I'm like, it feels weird. What's wrong? And I'm like, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, this definitely does not look good. So,
Yeah.
and then my dad's a pediatrician. He's a doctor.
Okay.
So I was like, they were like, oh, we might not come up and see you today. It's like a Wednesday. It's like a day after work. I had a weird pain. I'm like, oh no, I think you guys should come up here. Dad, I need you to take a look at something. And like he looked at it and like, oh wow, that's not good. So we went to the hospital, and in Statesville, because Charlotte, it was like a 2-hour wait for the emergency room and all that stuff. My dad works at the hospital in Statesville, so he made sure like I got seen right away, and they did an ultrasound, and they said like, oh yeah, there's definitely 2 things that looks cancerous. So they pushed us to do the surgery that Friday, and then they did a radical orchiectomy.
I'm sorry, come back with that word. What was that?
A radical orchiectomy. So it's like it's a thing where it's like they do a surgery where like they go in for the pouch right there, the little flat part right here.
Yeah.
They do an
the
incision,
pelvis.
and then they'll pull the nut out from there, and then so I only have one nut now. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started this thing afterwards because I wanted to like show that like I can overcome this. So I started a nonprofit called Save a Nut.
Okay.
And, we raised like $5,000 for the cancer foundation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, Anders. It's just think about it. You ever? Go ahead.
That's cute.
Yes.
That's really cute.
I figured because like.